Hi guys, I'm your host for today. My name is William Fernango and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about electric versus gas cars and why electric car is the right choice for you. There are lots of reasons for this. Mainly I'm going to be talking about the video. I'm going to be going over the cost, the safety features, what the government has to say about it, and the future directions of this, and why all these reasons point to why electric cars are the best choice. So we're really just going to dive into this. We look at the pros and cons, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll see the reasoning behind this, and hopefully the next car that you choose will be an electric vehicle, because you'll be not only helping yourself but also the planet. So let's get into today's video. So gas versus electric cars, which one is the better choice, and why did we come to that reason? Well, probably electric, to be honest. So right here we have a gas and electric car just racing. As you can see, electric car is ahead, including speed and other things like that. The electric car is far superior to the gas car in terms of today. Well, the electric car may not be perfect, but it is certainly better in a lot of aspects when comparing the two, the electric versus gas cars. Millions of people a day drive gas cars all around the world, and this is having actually quite a negative effect on our environment. So I'm going to be talking about the environment a little bit and why these electric cars are so much better for the environment in this aspect. So let's talk about climate change. Carbon dioxide is one of the main greenhouse gases that drives climate change, and this is pretty much what cars are producing. So the transportation sector is actually responsible for 7% of all the U.S. greenhouse gas emissions. So basically, these greenhouse gases are actually increasing daily. So every single day, these greenhouse gases are going up, and these are having terrible effects on the planet, such as extreme weather, food supply disruptions, and wildfires all around the world. While it is true that electric vehicles are not completely free of emissions and are still having an impact on the planet, they are a lot better, because initially they do produce quite emissions, but after about a certain amount of time, they're not producing emissions anymore. So in that aspect, they're a lot better. Right here is a chart that's tracking actually the emissions over time, like I said before. So as you can see, the Tesla actually has a high initial emissions cost, see right there, but after about 2 years, it's actually a lot more environmental friendly than the Camry. It just becomes more increasingly so as time goes on. So in this aspect, electric cars are a lot better for the environment than gas cars. So we should make the switch today. Now let's get into the cost. I'm sure a lot of you have been wanting to hear about this part of the topic. So let's also talk about how the government is involved in this. So government provides lots of incentives for this. So they have carpool lanes, reduced tolls, reserved parking, motor vehicle inspection exemption, and free public charging in select areas. And these are all benefits for electric cars. The United States government also offers like a one-time tax credit, which pretty much gives you like $7,500 for select electric vehicles, and this allows you to cut a big price off of it. So some people are saying that electric cars cost a lot initially, but honestly in the long run they're not costing that much, because you're saving money on gas, and your electric cars are not as much as you might think. So you're saving money over time. Circling back to the gas prices, right here we have the cost in cents per mile of electric vehicles, and ICE, which is internal combustion engines. So that stands for gas engines. So right here we have the Tesla model, which these are all comparable gas to electric powered vehicles, by the way. So if you had a minivan, it would compare to electric minivan. But anyway, so the Tesla is about 4.56 cents per mile, and a comparable gas powered vehicle would be 16.66 cents. So as you can see, it's almost like quadruple the cost in just fueling your car. So that's another huge benefit of electric vehicles. And I'm sure you guys know, with the economy how it is, there's gas prices are extremely unpredictable in this day and age. So it might be nice to have a reliable source where the cost is not expected to go up a whole lot or a whole little. you just never know. Well, now talking a little bit more about the cost, we should look at the features of the electric cars now. So electric cars offer a variety of new features and things that are coming out just as tech evolves. So they have fast acceleration, smooth driving, they have lower maintenance, so you're not going to have any oil changes, fuel filters, timing belts, or mufflers to replace. And that's because they have a lot of less moving parts, so they're actually going to be a lot cheaper to maintain. And they're convenient. Let's say you want to go to the grocery store. Well, your car is most likely fully charged, just sitting in your garage ready to go. And with gas, you'd have to drive all the way to the gas station, maybe pay a lot of money for just to fill up. And then we'll look, are these electric cars initially expensive? Yes, but a lot of things take away from that, just like looking at the gas and the government's help. So the longer you own this car, you're actually going to be paying less and less. Well, with a gas car, you're going to be paying more and more. So it all comes down to end, and you might even be paying less with an electric car than you will ever with a gas car. Now, let's move on to the actual safety of the vehicle and why you want to get this electric car. Well, you're not actually giving up any safety when exchanging your gas car for electric car. So electric cars are actually very safe, if not safer than gas cars. So the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety actually quoted that, and I quote, "We can now say with confidence that making the U.S. fleet more environmentally friendly does not require any compromises in terms of safety." And actually, a lot of models of this year have won top safety picks, such as the Audi e-tron and the Volkswagen ID4. And if you actually look at it, the injury rates tied to EVs were more than 40% lower than those of ideal conventional vehicles. So let's say, again, with the minivan example. So if you have a minivan, electric one, and a gas one, if you compare the two directly, electric one is about 40% safer. Alright, now let's just talk about the future directions and where electric cars are going in the future, because you're going to be owning one, right? So most companies have actually pledged to make a switch by some date, usually around 2040, such as Mercedes-Benz, Ford, and General Motors, and a lot of other nations have pledged to actually stop the sales of new gas vehicles. And electric cars are just getting more and more advanced, so this means less emissions, new features, so it's just getting better and better for the environment, as well as you guys. So as you guys can see, when looking at the electric and gas cars, electric cars is clearly the better choice. They're better for the environment, they're safer, the cost is lower when it comes all down to it. And as you can see, so that about wraps up our video, but next time you're in the market for a vehicle or you're just looking for a new car, consider getting an electric car, because just look at all the benefits. Thank you. Please like and subscribe, and that's it for today. See you guys next time.